Today I'm working out of my Harley Davidson. So let me show you what I got today at Home Depot. So I got 30 tubes of caulking in here, which is exactly 2.5 cases. So I was able to fit them all in there. So today in this house, the project is going to be caulking each one of these. We're doing this whole room and the rear bedroom. I'll show you. So this room right here needs caulking too. And you're probably thinking, why are you, it's going to take you forever. But you want to know something? I already caulked this piece and all of this yesterday. It only took a couple hours. See that? Now when I paint it, it's going to be a lot better, because when you paint it like this, you're not going to get paint in there. I'm not spraying either. And even if I was spraying, I wouldn't be able to get that line to be the color of the ceiling unless I caulked it. So it actually would take more time to sit there with a little brush and try to fill all that in with paint than it would just caulking it. So that's what we're going to do. We got the windowsill in yesterday. I cut it to fit. We're going to prime it once we start painting. But that's what is going on with this. It's going to look way, way better if I caulk it. Believe me. I mean, that looks horrible. And if you paint it a light color, you're going to see that black line. When you caulk it and paint it white, you won't see anything. It's going to look really nice. So it's worth spending the time. Okay, I'm going to show you how to cut this tube so that we could easily do this job without making a mess, wasting extra time, or wasting material. So here's what you want to do. I'm going to show you something. So see that little tiny, I just cut it small. You don't want that. See that? That's the size you want. And because some of these lines, let me show you. Some of the lines that I'm trying to fill are really wide, like that one. But then there's some that are a lot smaller, like this one. So if you have the tip small for this, it's going to take you forever to go in one of these big ones. I think the biggest one we have is almost a 1/2 inch thick. Here's a really thick one. That might take a lot of caulking, but you know, I have 30 tubes. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and put this up and show you how I'm doing it. Now, one thing you always want to have, a clean, wet rag for caulking. You always want to have that on hand. Okay, I'm going to start here. Let's see. There's an easy way to do this, and there's a hard way to do it. Perfect. See that? Just with the finger. Okay, 1 tube of caulking, and I did this section right here. So 1 tube of caulking will do 6 boards. So I probably have, you know, a couple hours, and that's fine because it's going to look way better. And it's actually, that took me 15 minutes to caulk. I could not paint the inside of those. Even if I was spraying, it wouldn't look good. And it would take me way more than 15 minutes to try to paint them all by hand inside. The only drawback I'll show you. This carton right here, this, I got this at Home Depot, and it was $36. 4 years ago, the same exact box was $22. So they went up $14 in the last 4 years. See the difference that already looks? Like I said, it would have took me longer to paint that than it did just to seal it. So we're just gonna keep plugging away. Okay, the entire room is caulked. The ceiling, all caulked, every board. And it took me exactly 3 hours, and I went through exactly one case of caulking. And here's what I have left. I still have 12 left, and they come 12 in a case. So 3 hours, case of caulking. And now when I paint it, it's gonna look great. So we're gonna go back in the bedroom and finish. Well, here's the small bedroom, and it has an open beam ceiling. So we're gonna caulk all this, and then in the closet, we're gonna caulk that. Even though it's the original wood, I'm gonna caulk it and paint it because they got paint all over it, and it's gonna be really hard to get it off. So it'd be much easier to just seal it up and paint it. So we're gonna do that. So I started in here earlier, and I got all these caulked, and we went all the way to here. I didn't finish this, but you can see the big difference. And then we have some holes to patch in the walls, and then this beam right here, it's just wood. It's not covered with sheetrock like the other room, but it does have a bunch of like gouges and stuff in it, and things were like hanging on it and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna, scrape and fill this and sand it and make it look beautiful. And we gotta do the other side of this room today.